Welcome back to episode 3 of my series. This is in connection with episode 2. In the last episode you learned how to release yourself from any trauma or anxiety in the present moment, or simply by doing a practice of placing your hands behind your neck and pressing your elbows back. The reason why we do this is that we carry the weight of the world upon our shoulders. You've heard that phrase, I carry the weight of the world upon my shoulders. That's where you carry your stress. When you hold this pose of your hands behind your neck, you lock out your shoulders. That when you breathe, your breath bypasses your shoulders into your tummy. Likewise, on your chest, you may have heard people talking about there's a great weight upon my chest. I feel like there's a foot pressed upon my chest. In the same way, when you breathe, your breath bypasses your chest and flows into your tummy. So understand, when you do this exercise, and you have your hands clasped behind your neck and your elbows pressed back, you don't have to have an extraordinary breath. There's ordinary simple breath that you have every day. Breathe that breath. It'll bypass your shoulders and chest into your tummy. This will calm you down and give you peace of mind. I find this practice really wonderful tool to have in treating trauma. And I combine this with some breath practices I'd like to share with you today. In almost every holistic practice, we use the breath, different forms of breathing. But this is a different one again I want to share with you, and there's 3 different parts to it. They say that music is the food of the soul, and this is the first breath I want to introduce to you. I call it the spiritual sigh. In this process, with your hands clasped behind your neck and your elbows pressed back, when you breathe in a soft, gentle breath to your nose, and on your out breath, let out a melodious sigh. Ah, ah. Whatever sound works for you. We all have our own unique sound. When you breathe out that sound, that spiritual sigh. The second breath is probably my favorite of all 3 of them, and it's the yawn. I remember when I was a child, my parents would have friends over, strangers over to the house for a drink or something, and we'd be called in to say hello, and I'd feel very uncomfortable. And if I yawned, my parents would say, "Oh, Rich is tired," and let him go to bed. I learned that yawning was a very good way of relieving anxiety, social or otherwise. It worked for me all my life. So in this same exercise, your hands clasped behind your neck, your elbows pressed back. The other thing about using a yawn is it looks natural. If someone sees you holding your elbows pressed backwards and yawn, you can say, "I didn't sleep well last night. If I'm going to yawn today, I apologize." And it gives you reason for yawning. So you press your hands behind your neck, press your elbows back, breathe in a gentle breath on your in-breath, and then let out all your troubles, all your anxieties with a yawn. And the third and final breath is one of a cough. I learned this in my own practice to cough out my demons. So the stuff that I have deep rooted in my very core of my being, the stuff I plan to carry to my grave, to never share with another person through shame and guilt or whatever, that stuff had to be dug out of my soul and released. And to do that, I breathe in a gentle breath in, and then I get up a big hearty cough. And I'd imagine grabbing all those demons, that blackness, and release it into the environment with a big cough. And do it a couple of times. Really throw it out of your system. You want to relieve yourself of this. Hands behind your neck, elbows back. The sigh, the yawn, or the cough. Find one that works for you. I would suggest you try each of them again and again and again. Do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And eventually you'll find a difference in your whole persona, and you may find one you like the best. Thank you very much.